teams that almost signed star players before they became big. Back in 2014, Crystal Palace were desperate to strengthen up their defense. They had just changed managers with Neil Warnock taking over days before the Premier League season started. At the time, the club didn't have many reliable center backs and things were looking a bit shaky, but what happened next could have completely changed the future of both Crystal Palace and one of the world's best defenders. You see, Warnock had his eye on a young Dutch defender who was dominating up in Scotland, Virgil van Dijk, a player for Celtic at the time. Van Dijk was strong, calm on the ball, and already showing he could read the game like a seasoned pro. Warnock was convinced he'd be perfect for Palace and called up the club's scouting team to check him out, but not everyone at Palace was on board with the idea. The thing is, after sending a scout to watch Van Dijk, the feedback was mixed. Warnock's gut said sign him now, but the club's data team thought Van Dijk wasn't quick enough for the Premier League. Plus, there was some doubt about whether someone shining in the Scottish League could really step it up in the Prem. But then, Crystal Palace officially made one of their biggest ever mistakes. As it turns out, Palace could have signed Van Dijk for between £3 and £5 million, which definitely is a bargain in today's market, but in the end, decided not to for the reasons mentioned earlier. And just a year later, Southampton took the plunge and signed Van Dijk for nearly triple the price Palace could have paid. And from there, Van Dijk's career skyrocketed. By 2018, he was world class, moving to Liverpool for a record £75 million, winning the Premier League and Champions League, and even getting nominated for the Ballon d'Or, while Crystal Palace missed out on buying a player for less than £5 million and potentially reselling him for £75 million in just a few years' time. But I post videos like this one every day. Follow us without